What is going on YouTube? So, I'll do an update video for you guys, seeing I've not done one in a while. As you can tell, the bike has changed a fair bit. So, the old graphics used to be like the original Sinnis, white on the back, white tank, front, side panels, Sinnis graphics on there. And yeah, so different parts. If you notice as well, the video quality is completely different to what I normally use. It's because I'm using a handheld camera at the moment, whereas normally I'm using like my standard prism tube, which I will be doing like a vlog actually showing you how I've got my setup and that. But I'm actually using like a Sony Alpha now. So a lot has changed. Sprayed the front tank blue, the front side panels blue, they're lacquered as well, which I recommend doing. If you're going to spray everything, make sure you lacquer them as well. Like do about 3 coats of the actual colour and about 3 or 4 coats of lacquer. And if you're going to do decals, put your decals on them and lacquer over the top of them as well, just protects it. White panel at the back now, so it's blue at the front, white at the back. Took the decals off of here, took the decals off the side. I will be ordering a new plastic as well on here. This is a new one, which I managed to pick up second hand. Well, it was second hand, but no one actually used it. And this was actually for a Pulse. I only got that for like 10 quid, so that was on there for now. Because the other one was another plastic, which was a Sinnis one, with a whole one like that. But it had a crack running all the way down here, and it kept breaking. So I managed to get this for 10 quid, and I basically just made sure this was cut to size, just so this is on, because this is rigid now. So that just covers the battery. And obviously the front's done. I'll put that tyre wrap on just for now, just while I'm fixing everything else. That'll be coming off today though. And yeah, so I'll go through some updates. Obviously you can see the front end is off at the moment. Headlights there because I'm actually fixing all the clocks and that. But to show you some upgrades what I've actually done. So obviously blue on the front, white panels at the back. The sump guard is blue, which matches the panels. Then also the kick, the gear shifter is blue. The pedals are blue now. Then also got the blue wrap, the blue rim tape around it, which is what I originally had. But I've redone that again. I've sprayed the actual disc rotors blue now. And then basically you've got a guard here which protects your braided hoses, because these are actually steel braided lines. That's actually blue now as well. I've put some new brake pads on the front. That's obviously twin pops, so I've upgraded them. Then, as we go to the back, I've done the upgrade which I wanted to do for a while, which is actually I've changed the chain and sprocket. The rear sprocket is a standard 51 tooth, where the front sprocket has actually been upgraded from a 15 to a 17. So I've gone up by 2 on the front, stayed at the original on the rear, but then I've actually got a heavy duty DID gold chain. You can't really see the gold colour at the moment. You can see it a little bit, but I've actually, this morning I've sprayed that and then I've actually waxed it. I'm actually going to be spraying it again in a minute, making sure all the crap's off for it, except if it was just soaking in, and then I'll be actually cleaning it. Once it's cleaned, it'll be really gold. Then I've also sprayed the rear chain guard blue. I'm in 2 minds or not to whether or not to tape that off, because most supermoto bikes like DIZs and that don't actually have a chain guard on there. But the only thing is, if I take the chain guard off, I will have to take these tags off because just make it flush. But I don't know, I'm in 2 minds, because I do like the blue there, but most supermotors don't have them, but I do like it, so I think I'm actually going to stay with it. Blue sport wraps on the front and the rear. Then obviously the rim tape's been done again on the back. I am actually going to be spraying these blue again, but I need to get some new blue paint, because that is a problem with Sinnis and everything. The original parts do rust quite easily, so I'm going to be cleaning them completely, spraying them new blue. I'll be doing my kicks on blue. It has got an EGR on there, which I will be taking off. Well, I was actually going to take the whole EGR system off, which is here, but down here at the bottom it's actually already got a blanking plate on there, like a complete blanking, so the EGR doesn't work anyway, so that makes it better. I've upgraded the air filter, so that's got a new TTR 125 pod in there, basically like an actual the new foam, so instead of just having a standard one, which is better. Then at the back on this side I've also sprayed the rear disc hub part, like the middle part. That's blue as well. Pegs are blue. The oil cap is blue with the oil filter cover, that's blue. Obviously the sump guard's blue, I need to spray that again. NGK spark plug, I've actually, the cap's NGK, I've actually upgraded the spark plug, because it was a standard one, to a CR8 EIX I think it is. I'll put a link in the description for that. That's like the better version of a spark plug that it can get for these bikes. And then the big upgrade what I've done is the bars. I've actually got Pro Taper wide and fat bars now. I've actually got these risers as well, which as you can see from standard, you'd usually have the bars here. Well, the bars would fit down here, whereas this has actually rose up quite a bit. Really nice risers. And what I've actually got on top of here is I've actually got my Pro Taper Rockstar pad that fits on here, and it just gives it that like motocross type of look. But obviously I've took that off at the moment just so I can know this, and that is like a foam type of thing. So as well as that, I've got Pro Taper grips on there. Nice Pro Taper grips. Really, they are nice, but these are like a Chinese version, they're like a copy. So usually the Pro Taper would be on this side of it, and the grip itself, it's kind of like a hard rubber. It's not like a soft rubber, but they are quite nice, but they're not hard rubber. The other thing is, these are a lot shorter than original grips. Like your hands can fit on them, but they're a lot shorter. So I've obviously got them on this side as well, Pro Taper. On this side as well. Obviously the bars are really nice as well, really in a really nice height. You can obviously adjust it, just going back and forth from that. And this is really nice flat height. And then the other upgrade which most supermotors have is these are basically like your underbar mirrors. They're actually bar end mirrors, they should go here. All I've done is basically took them out, change the angle of this and just put them on my bars. So it gives you that supermoto look. So guys, that is it, all back up and running, headlight back on. Clocks are back on now. To be honest with you, you can't even tell if there's anything wrong with it unless you look really close and you see the glue. But bolted on through there. I've put some longer bolts through the other side here and through the bottom as well. And it's just really tight and secure, so that's not going to move at all now. The bar pad is back on, so obviously if you don't know about these, this is nice and squishy. So if you do headbutt it, it's basically meant for motocross bikes, it means it doesn't hurt as much. So they're on, mirrors are all tight, they're all nice and properly. Grips on properly, and it's back to being a nice bike. So if you wonder what it looks like when you're riding it, that is what it's like. So yeah, all done guys, and obviously won't be complete without starting bike up, so just give you a sound test. There you go guys. Till next time, subscribe.